On we go. Do not leave my side, whatever you do. Of course, it'd be even better if you decided to stay with me of your own accord. Right now, the connections to the plates around the KGCC have broken off, and you won't be able to escape. Run! I know! Cyan arrow pierces Flametail Knight's armor. You've been all too easy to read since you lost your ability to think. Oh, really? Roy is still around here somewhere. He'll discover my art sooner or later, so we mustn't tarry here. Why would a great knight like you save an infected like me? Would you really trust someone who'd take your head off on a whim? Look at this wall. These knights were supposed to become real heroes, not this symbol for spectators to gawk at. The campaign knights? Here? You want me to betray Pinus Sylvestris? Are you a father, or are you a knight? Our fight, our sacrifice, all of it! Dejected clicking noises. Sorry. The match is over. It's you, the Blood Knight. You want Margaret? Why? Our battle has not yet ended. But the match is over! The match? It's been 1,000 years. Why live in that past? Why chase that tradition? I still won't let you pass! Ever! Tell the Radiant Knight that my bout with her has not yet ended. I am merely putting it on hold. I've got to at least know what's going on, no? You're not just a regular campaign knight, are you? The Armorless Union doesn't hold the patent on assassination, you know? They plan to use Rhodes Island to investigate Area Zero right from the start. Don't make our relationship sound so exploitative. Rhodes Island has opened our eyes. Their lives still have meaning. They can yet create value. These are the true medical examination records of Operator Neural, the Radiant Knight. What? The Radiant Knight isn't infected? Alright, hello, welcome in, stargazers. Hello. Thank you, Zangetsu, I appreciate this. Give me 1 sec, get that pinned, thank you. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you guys for being patient with the recap. I really wanted to get the next recap done, but I was not able to fit it in, I'm sorry. I will get, last recap and the recap for this stream done, in the next, I'll try to get it done before next stream anyway. Oh my. But hello, I hope everybody is doing well. It takes a while to do those recaps, and I've had a week. I think I'm thinking next week is gonna be better. I find it so funny the newspaper reported Blemmy and Tola were fighting because Tola had a crush. Yeah, crazy. All good? Thank you guys. I appreciate your understanding. Oh my. Yeah, today we are gonna be doing lots of mixed media stuff, jumping around things, record, what do we have? We have Rosebud, we got Diaries, we've got Story Finish, and then we've got side epilogues, and that's gonna be on, AKGCC, so we'll see how that goes, because we've never tried that before. Sarasia, thank you for joining the membership, thank you, I appreciate it, thank you so much. Long week, sir? Yeah, a long week is right. A long week for sure. Side epilogue. I don't know. The stuff that is not in, stuff that is no longer in game. So we are going through it, on the, reader website. It's very hard to deal with the things that are like, not, that haven't stayed around, I guess. So we're trying to go through all of it, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability. But I've never done the reader website on stream, so we'll see how that goes. Always new media to play with, right? Always new different types of media to play with, it feels like. But yeah. So I think we are gonna be mainly... Yeah. 3 epilogues only able to be read in-game during the event and on the rerun. Manifesting no scuff. I appreciate it, Artin. Thank you. Let's hope, huh? Let's hope. We're gonna do what we can anyway. So, let's see here. With that being said, I suppose we'll just jump right in, right? Now that we've we've finished off with any of the super stressful boss stuff, so I thankfully don't have to worry about that. But alright, let's get into it. We will pause here, change this, jump in here. Alright. I started tell Stalker goes be 415 feet high. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, we're not doing fashion, we're doing... Well, what do we... I guess we'll just use this one. What, because I didn't miss a stream? It was not easy! There were so many times I genuinely was, like, not sure if I would be able to. Alright. Also, I'm trying to make it easy, so I have, like, a little, I changed the, hopefully the audio is still working. Yes, good. The alert thing is now up. Good. I am learning. Hopefully we are, minimizing the scuff, one step at a time, right? What? Also, Johnny Virgil, thank you for sharing at the Discord. Thank you, thank you. My calculations were wrong. Your calculations were pretty good, I'm gonna say. I came really, really close to not streaming one of these days, but I pushed forward, so sorry. Alright. We are going to... Let's see if this works. Does this work? Watch this. Magic trick. Yeah! It worked! Alright. And now see? Now it changes it. Now you know. By the way, I never told Star about the better told her to stream. I have an alerts alert! Yes! I have an alerts alert! Isn't it great? Oh, it makes it so helpful. So that you guys can actually see what's happening on my end. Alright. An alert for my alerts. Yes, indeed. Alright. Alright. Let's wrap this up. And it is gonna say that we had read it, but we didn't. It just got all confused. And then we have this in the background. That's good. So then we can jump into this piece. I'm gonna learn to do these in order. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Voice of Rosebud 15. Announcement. The Kashimierz Major concludes. Margaret Nurl, the Radiant Knight, crowned champion again. During the grand finals of the Kashimierz Major last night, Margaret Nurl, the Radiant Knight, and Dikeopolis, the Blood Knight, presented a heart-pounding battle for all of Kashimierz to see. The intense struggle between the two left both knights with shattered weapons, and the outcome was ultimately decided by a clash of Originium arts. When the dust settled, the Blood Knight was defeated by the Radiant Knight, giving the Radiant Knight Margaret Nurl her second Major's Championship title. Even after the match ended, the two knights carried on the immortal spirit of chivalry until the final moment. The Radiant Knight supported the exhausted Blood Knight, and the two supported each other until they reached the Wall of Champions. Madame Russell, the Grand Knight, commended the spirit of camaraderie between the two, saying that the events of last night were a testimony to the most sublime of virtues. To respect your opponent, even while defending your honor, is one of the virtues we should learn from knighthood. Infected knight population continues to rise. Shelters hitting maximum capacity. Rose Paper Union Corp establishes Rose Paper Union Columbia. Kashimierz GDP grew by 3% this year. Alright. Voice of Rosebud, number 16. The end of a legend. The Blood Knight to renounce knighthood in Kashimierz. Possible blackmail from the Nurl family. Recently, we contacted the Blood Knight, trying to understand how the former champion is doing after his defeat to the youngest champion yet, the Radiant Knight of the Nurl clan, and whether he will still have the energy to face the next competition after this failure. To everyone's surprise, he revealed an unexpected piece of information to us. He may soon give up his status as a Knight of Kashimierz. Perhaps he couldn't bear the humiliation of being defeated by a former champion? However, according to the information we gathered, the truth runs deeper than that. By now, everyone has probably heard the news of the Radiant Knight and the Blood Knight going to the Wall of Champions together, and even that campaign knights escorted them along the way. But there's more to this than meets the eye. When the Radiant Knight dealt a devastating blow to the Blood Knight in the arena, she shouted her family motto, "Fear neither hardship nor darkness," with the intent of telling the Blood Knight that she had the support of her clan behind her. And when she lifted him up later, that was to send the message that she could always defeat him again. Quite the chilling message when you think about it. When you think deeply about the presence of the campaign knights, the conclusion is enough to make anyone's hair stand on end. The campaign knights, normally stationed around Kashimierz's borders, ended up in the Grand Knight territory overnight. But by whose orders? Was this truly an escort, or a threat to the injured Blood Knight's life by the Nurl clan? Putting all this above evidence together, it isn't beyond belief that the Nurl clan pulled some strings, not only to intervene in the processions of the Major, but even threatened participating knights afterwards in order to achieve its goals. Perhaps the people who looked down on the Nurl clan in the past will have a hefty price to pay. Related articles. The choice of champions. Affordable luxury beverages enjoyed by past Major champions. Shocking news. Tapajueria KC Knight forced to graduate after romance revealed. What does the Candle Knight lust for? A peek behind the blossoms and verses. Carefully curated for you through your browsing interests. Amazing. Amazing how we can come to these conclusions, huh? What? Not what? Oh, you okay? Oh my gosh. The publication sounds like a creative writing exercise vaguely based on facts. I kinda love it. Daho's having a rough time. Daho says, not to confuse with the Black Chainmail Knight, nor the Black Chain Mail Knight, nor the Black Mail Club Knight, nor the Black Chain Mail Club Knight, nor the Black Chain Mail Club Nightclub, nor the Black Chain Mail Club Nightclub's Knights. Oh, amazing. Truly 10 out of 10 right there. Brain Horde. Alright. Next up. Hibiscus's Diary. Number 3, day 14. Hibiscus's Diary, day 14. The medic squad that left earlier for fieldwork returned to Rhodes Island and joined up with our relief efforts after resting and getting situated. Finally, we have enough manpower, and combined with the fact that not as many people need medical attention as before, I've slowly been able to get more time for myself. Coincidentally, Gravel told us the Adeptus Spravid Levi approved the application to Rhodes Island's operators to travel freely. So, yeah, I can now go sightseeing around the city! Before I left, an old infected man gave me 2 tickets. Oh, Hibiscus, I heard you were heading into the city. Look, I bought these 2 tickets betting on Lady Neural's victory. I'm old now, and it's hard to get around, so could you swap these in for me if she wins? I couldn't just refuse the old man's request, so I told him, don't worry, Neural will definitely win, and held on to the tickets. The number written on it was huge, and might have even been the old man's entire life savings. Was it really a good idea to spend all that money on these? Of course, I have a lot of confidence in Neural, but it's hard to say for sure if she'll be sure to win. She won? She won! She really did it! This is amazing! I should go turn in those tickets now. But I don't really know my way around Kashimierz, so what should I do? Oh, that's right, I'll ask Gravel. She's not here right now, so maybe I'll look for Amiya instead. I explained the situation to Amiya, and though she still looked confused, she knows more about the Grand Knight territory than I do. After looking at the visitor's guide map for a while, we finally found the ticket exchange window at the arena. Hopefully, this large sum of money will allow the old man to spend the rest of his days in peace and comfort. So what are Mieszko Sports Securities? Do they really have such a different face value exchange rate from Kashimierz currency? I thought the old man was going to make a ton of money, but in the end, he only got enough to afford a few meals. When we handed the winnings to the old man, he seemed especially happy and was thanking us profusely. After that, he took the tickets and solemnly placed them into a little metal box. Amiya and I chatted with him for a while, helped him change his drip bottle, and then quietly left after we helped him fall asleep. Even though I don't think gambling is particularly healthy, the old man's support for Neural is remarkable. I think I'll tell Neural about him if I get the chance. I know she'll be very happy knowing that people are quietly supporting her. That is such a cute picture. I disagree, gamble more. My gosh. That is a really cute image, though. Hibiscus the excited gambler, new altar dropping. Oh my gosh. Whew. What is it, Aratane? Alright. Over your head, there's alerts? Yes, there are, yes. Alright. That is a very cute picture, though. I like the art style. Okay. Got this here. It's not the best placed because I had to, like, place it along the bottom of the thing there. Maybe I'll reverse it so it's nicely in the corner later. I'm not gonna do it right now because it'll mess things up, but... Yes, that is intentional. I mean, I could put the full screen stuff in front, but it's just to help communicate things easier. I can put those, like, below the full screen ones just so they don't show up. But it's just to sort of communicate status of things on the stream. Is it distracting? I can move it around for full screen stuff. Just let me know. All right. Whew. No, keep it? All right. Sounds good. Yeah, maybe I'll just swap around the order. just so it's closer to the corner, so it's like less out of the way in the middle. We're testing it for the first time today, so there you go. Move it near the ears. I think that would get a little distracting. Like, I'd be covering it up a little bit, but... Alright. Okay. It was only over some words because it was still there even without the rest of the layout. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Okay. Put a big red circle. I'm trying to not make it so distracting with the rest of the layout. Okay. Final arc here. Uncharted and hereafter. The sun rises, the veil of night parts. Perhaps nothing has changed, but perhaps the future has already sealed its victory in this moment. Let all peoples rise up. Let all things return to silence. If you deem the waves too raucous, then command the ocean to be still. Civilization flourishes. The city roars forth. The only things capable of destroying them are they themselves. Do not entrust that battle to time, for they will defeat even time. Grasp that duty, for you must entrust it to yourself. Entrust it to all peoples. Something truly unexpected has occurred at the Major! 2 championship winners have gone to the Wall of Champions together! An unprecedented event! Moreover, the Radiant Knight rejected her award from the Knights Association and left on her own! What a blasphemous turn of events! Ow, 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 ow! Old man, if you can't fight anymore, then keep your head down. Just leave the rest to Maria and Zofia. Should we step outside? How dare you? Ow! 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 Why are you staring at your hammer like that, Marcine? Did you start pining for the good old days after one night of exercise? Maybe a bit. I wonder how the Neural family is doing.
Huh? Uncle, you're leaving the Grand Knight territory?
Are you girls even Neurals? Stop staying so much at Zofia's. It's unbecoming. I'll be gone for a while, so during that time, Margaret, are you sure you want to stay in Kashimierz? Yes.
You should already know what you'll be up against. Nobody will understand you.
Of course. I've always known that.
If that's the case, then I have nothing else to say.
Why the sudden change of heart?
Toland.
Why'd you decide to leave all of a sudden, huh? For what purpose?
What do you see when you look at me now?
Why are you asking? You should know better than anyone else. But to be completely honest, you've let us all down. You don't have to hold rank in the Adeptus Spravedlivi, or be the person who changes the National Council. But you should at least have been our hero, our Neural. I don't know where you plan on going after you leave the city, but let me say this. You let them all down. If they see your face again, they may well decide to take your life.
Think they can beat me? I've given up a lot of things, Toland. But I still find myself often clinging to a rather idealistic sentiment. They should still be out there, somewhere. He was the eldest son of a war hero, my brother, the most powerful knight in the family. And she is the most beautiful woman in all of Kashimierz, elegant and dignified, like a gemstone. They were my pride and joy, veritable gifts from heaven. They shouldn't have disappeared without a trace like that. It's been over a decade. I've never stopped thinking about it.
It's already been 15 years. After wasting all that time and effort, why are you now...
This is just paid leave.
All by yourself?
Isn't one person enough for a hopeless vacation?
You're not the type to get swept by the emotions the Radiant Knight brought, so I won't ask why you decided to do this. You know how to find me. Us.
The one I need to find is myself.
Rhodes Island, huh? They're able to provide you with treatment, and they won't force you to do anything. Since that's the team the Radiant Knight used to play for, then I guess they're trustworthy. Yes. Their ideals will one day illuminate this world. Even now, I still believe in them. Will you ever head back there?
I will. One day.
Be sure to spar a few rounds with me, then. Ivona! What? Who wouldn't want to challenge the champion? Count me in, too. Legendary lineage of knights really gets you going, doesn't it? You have my word. I'll entertain you when the time comes. Look at you guys, all fired up right after a tiny bit of rest. You knew from the beginning you weren't one of us infected, right? Yes. But you still chose to fight for us? I fight for the downtrodden.
The board is very upset. Looks like we'll lose a few months of bonuses. Bonuses, huh? What we did cost the lives of so many infected, so many knights, and even the Armorless Union. All that only adds up to our bonuses? About that. Come with me, Malkovich. We ought to discuss where you go from here. What you said earlier about the telephone really made sense after I had some time to mull it over. Whose call are we waiting for? A newsman's. Oh, come on. Shoot. Technical difficulties? Excuse me? Yeah, I'm stuck entirely. Shoot, hang on. Maybe this will work. Give me a sec. Is this... Alright, we'll do it this way. No, it's not on AK's end, it's on my end, sorry. Alright. I'll have to cut that out later. A newsman? Do we have to sit for an interview? They call him that. It's just a title. Wait a sec. Newsman? You can't mean... McKee? It's me. Let me first introduce you to the person on the other end of the phone. He is the chairman of the Rosepaper Union, the newsman Kane. Malkovich is here too. Yes, it's an honor to speak to you. I paid good money to buy Malkovich from Mieszko Industries. He will be my right-hand man. In other words, there are no strangers among us, McKee. You can call me Father. Yes, Father. Good. How's your mother doing? Very well, Father. She thinks of you often. And what about you? Are you married yet? Not yet, I'm afraid. How are you, Father? Where are you right now? Columbia. When will you come back to Kashimierz? It's not time for that yet, McKee. Those short-sighted idiots don't see the truth, but Columbia is the real enemy that threatens Kashimierz. Our newspapers have yet to cover their city, and our voices have yet to reach Colombian ears. The speed of their development is frightening, and we must move to contain them, to seize their markets. The games between countries are most fascinating, McKee. But those nobles, so rigid in their ways. Victoria, Ursus. These powerful countries are so ignorant that one cannot help but feel for them. Malkovich. Yes! Are you willing to give everything for the General Chamber of Commerce? You are a capable person. I can tell, just from reading a few words of your report. Could it be that you still harbor compassion for those knights? Seems like I hit the mark. Child, let me pose you a question. When the number of Kashimierz's attack ships far exceeds that of Ursus, when Columbia is flooded with Kashimierzian caravans and goods, when our border strongholds more than double in number, will that be the end of war? Would Ursus still threaten us? Would Kashimierz still be weak? Of course not. The knights are the true parasites on Kashimierz. Imbeciles barking for glory. Nobles? Pah. I heard about what happened at the Major. Does the Adeptus Spravedlivi think they've protected their honor? honor and glory. Give them as much of it as they want. The time and the people are on our side. After a few more tournaments, the masses will forget about the shockwaves brought by the Radiant Knight, and return to invest in the next round of consumption and entertainment. For them, arguing over which knight is stronger and whether knight merchandise is fairly priced is more important than looking after the dregs we leave behind. The country stands on our side. Kashimierz is already inextricably tied to the economic foundations laid by the KGCC. Those pitiful campaign knights. Look how many have already voluntarily surrendered to us. Malkovich, this time, you have the right to choose. Before I answer, can I first ask a question? Please do. Mr. Charney, because he failed to prevent the Radiant Knight from entering the arena, he was exiled. By my standards, this is unacceptable. Why did it happen? Oh, Mr. Charney. I see. The turning point in your destiny, Malkovich. I ought to thank him too. However, what if I told you Mr. Charney's disappearance was not directly related to the Radiant Knight incident? What if I told you that his exile was just a consequence of a long-standing series of power struggles, and an excuse finally being found to take him out of the picture? Charney was exiled by political opponents over a bribery incident a few years ago. It had nothing to do with the Radiant Knight. It had nothing to do with your destiny. More often than not, this is the truth of the world. The truth of modernity is one of supreme indifference. Come, Malkovich. Let us become the voice of this world. Huh? What? Not a fan of our new storefront? Storefront? You're opening a shop? Are you blind? No, but hand sanitizer? Orgy Cloud Dailywares has been the most popular brand in recent years. And there are 3 bosses behind the company that launched Orgy Cloud Dailywares. Soon, those 3 bosses will become a part of the General Chamber of Commerce. You guys. Yes, but it's just for the sake of joining them. As you know, the more inside information we have, the more we'll know about the direction the winds blow in the future. Sooner or later, mercenaries and assassins will become obsolete. There's no need for so many of them, and in the end, all they're good for is killing. Them, on the other hand, they can take over a country. This is another crossroads of our time, Platinum. By the way, why don't you come be our poster girl, since we're missing a clerk anyway? You're very good looking. It'll be perfect. During an upcoming mission for the Union, the 3 of us will vanish. Then we'll find the best plastic surgeon, swap faces, and become by-the-books business people. So, you took advantage of the blackout caused by the infected to kill everyone with connections between the board and the Union. They deserve the credit for making it so easy. The board can't stop fighting with itself, under the table or otherwise. Whoever controls the Union holds an overwhelming advantage, and no director dared to blatantly manipulate it or let others do so. It is precisely because of this tactically agreed restraint that they ended up losing control of the Union. Let me tell you a joke. The people of Kashimierz no longer know the name or whereabouts of the person leading the organization they hire for their hit jobs. Does Darksteel really exist? Who knows? Darksteel might be a single person, maybe two. Darksteel might even be a front, or just refer to the signals us Lazarites use during operations. But for all you know, Darksteel might have passed you on the street, or be sitting in a board meeting, or on vacation in a Sami villa. Nobody knows, and that's why the name strikes fear. One last thing. Whatever the case, you should have been a damn woman, condemned as a scapegoat. We'll have our eyes on you. You're armorless too. Surely you wouldn't want to make enemies of us, right? I have to run. Doctor, Amiya.
Oh, Neural!
The reason I called you here is... This isn't goodbye. Oh. Yes. If Rhodes Island ever calls for me, then I shall head to your side. Doctor, Amiya.
Great!
I've been a drifter for many years. It isn't until now that I finally had the time to look back at my old home. Maybe I should go visit my grandfather's grave. Neural.
Oh, Doctor, let's give them some space. Neural, take care of yourself!
We'll meet again. Of course. Godspeed. It's time for us to part ways as well, Neural. Shining. Actually, It's alright. I know what you're going to say. We will return to Londinium, just as you've returned here. The past and those sins, we'll excise them ourselves.
Shining?
Liz, you might really come to hate me at some point. But trust me, I will always be by your side. I will always stay by your side.
How could I ever hate you?
If that time comes, and you ever need me, I swear to you that the Radiant Knight, Margaret Neural, will fight for you both. The lights of Cavalier shine brightly once more, as do the lights throughout the general chamber. Like the answers smeared across the city by humankind. The curtains of night slowly begin to lift. That is how civilization continues to flourish. Three days later, in a certain village outside the Grand Knight territory.
This is the place?
Quaint little town, isn't it?
Do you always come stay out here?
I used to stay at a more classic den of thieves. Even if I had my eyes on other cities, I did most of my work underground and in the black market. But then, I met some people. They changed the way I saw things. I'll skip to the important part, though. A bit after that, we fought a battle with the Rusthammers. Know those guys? A bunch of lunatics. Many people have the wrong idea about the Rusthammers, that they're just a band of thieves. But they aren't. During that battle, I saw kids, teenagers, swinging metal pipes. Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, sounds scary.
That is what makes them truly scary. The Rusthammers weren't born to fight against civilization. They were born of the development of civilization. Don't expect them to have some end goal in mind or some greater purpose. It's a mistake to treat them like a group of rational actors. They're just the orphans of civilization. They were born when it moved on, but couldn't bring everyone along. Homeless, with nowhere to go. forced to survive in the barren wilderness littered with originium. They are the catastrophes. Thanks to them, we've become united, and as a result, we've also realized a few things. That we don't want to end up like those lunatics.
So, what are we gonna do?
I want you to meet a few people.
What kind of people?
A few infected.
Infected?
A few farmers. A few knights.
A real melting pot, huh?
A few manual laborers. A few bounty hunters. A few village chiefs unable to make ends meet. A few worn-out nobles. A few college students. A few illiterates. A few people trying to change Kashimierz. A few people who were changed by Kashimierz. Don't be surprised already. The real surprise has only just begun. Sona, you've asked me before, what's the point of thwarting the General Chamber? What's the point of the Knights? I'd like to pose the same question back to you. Before the rise of the merchants, before Kashimierz was firmly in the grasp of the General Chamber of Commerce, who was it that exploited the poor and oppressed the masses? Who hanged the infected while hiding inside the massive edifices erected by and to their power? The Knights. We don't prop up the reality of a villain just because there isn't one now. Why bother, though? We always lose out in the end. But to be honest, though you rarely hear the words General Chamber of Commerce spoken without curses attached, even a broken clock is right twice a day. The people who've been left behind by the city should unite.
Tolan, this is...
An infected knight from the Grand Knight territory. We formed a working relationship. Are the others here?
Yes, they're all inside.
Good. Why don't you head inside as well, Clort? It's nearly light out. Alright. That ended very abruptly. My goodness. It's nearly light. Amazing. That ended so abruptly. I was not prepared for that. Pray Roy, money business works out. My gosh. Alright then. Alright, hang on. Let me see if I can get this going. What the heck happened and why? Oh my gosh. I could have done that in one move. I hate this. Hopefully I don't have to deal with that again. Sorry about that. We should be good. There we go. We are good. What happened exactly? Stuff disconnected. Didn't want to behave. So, unfortunately, I think that it was a lot more audible after that, sadly, but I don't know if you guys could hear the clicking. Hopefully not. But if you could, I apologize. I tried to make it as quiet as I could. It just suddenly died out of nowhere. I don't know why, and all it wanted was a stupid reset. I don't understand. We heard the desk abuse. I wasn't talking about the desk abuse. I just meant, oh my gosh. I relate. I'm currently finding my headphones to make them work. They do keep disconnecting. We all need a reset sometimes. I apologize if that was audible. I was trying to fix things and go through things as quietly as I could, but I have two mice. I have the regular one that I use,
and it just decided to not, it just decided, hey, you know what? Out of every stream that we've had so far, why don't we break on the very last episode? Doesn't that sound fun? So I apologize for that, and then I had to quickly try grabbing a different mouse that I have that I just keep as a backup, just in case, for this exact reason. Although it never happens. But that one is much louder, and it hurts my hands. Your headphones keep connecting to the local radio. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if that was audible. It probably was. I'm sorry. Try and do what I can. Someone prayed for no scuff today, and we still had to have scuff in some form, apparently. So loud it hurts your hands. No, no! No, it just happens to be loud, and it also hurts my hands. Unrelated, but yes. Whereas the one that doesn't hurt my hands is silent. I did have a backup, yes. I did have a backup. Who attacked the mouse power, the infected? Oh my gosh. Luckily, even touchpad. I don't, I have a special mouse that is easier on my wrist, so it doesn't hurt my wrist for long hours, especially if I am reading for long hours. But yeah, it just decided, hey, you know, we've never done this before, but you know what would be really funny? If we just decided to be really finicky and annoying on the very end. How's that sound? Is hurting your hand loud? Yeah, what I use is called a vertical mouse. Vertical mouse, don't make it sound like some kind of expensive custom or orthopedic thing. A vertical mouse, yeah, that's what they're called. You can buy them. It's not that crazy. No, it's not a custom anything, it's just a vertical mouse. Those weird things. Universe is studying new ways to scuff. It does feel like that. Did I say special mouse? I didn't even catch what I was saying. I'm like half aware of what I say. Yeah, exactly. They're great for carpal tunnel. Exactly. So I had to switch to a El Cheapo loud clicky one. Vertical mouse, the nemesis of horizontally spinning rats. So the El Cheapo one might have been loud and clicky, which I did not want. And I'm irritated that all this took was a tiny little 1 second change, and I didn't know it, and I didn't know how to stop in the middle, and I got confused, and blah 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 blah. But I think we're okay now. Just happens to be at the stupidest timing. But hey. Also, I get so frustrated when I can't get a sense of when a story is wrapping up. That ended so suddenly. Alright. We are going back to... Is this how we're doing this? Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. We are going back to... Voice of Rosebud, I think. Alright. There we go. Also, thank you, Bushmaster. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's see here. Voice of Rosebud, number 17. Nova Nightclub announces internal investigation results. The Candle Knight may face multiple charges. She once made the Knights Association change the very rules of the Major, but is now under internal investigation by her own nightclub. She once made countless night sports fans fall in love with her at first sight, but now she may face accusations from all sides. Viviana Droste, what kind of outrageous behaviors have brought low the once tremendously popular Candle Knight to where she is today? According to information we've obtained, the Candle Knight spends an exorbitant amount of money to maintain her private lifestyle. In addition to her well-known red wine baths and handsome manservants, she also loves poetry. Unfortunately, such cultured hobbies have fallen to the wayside along with the Candle Knight herself. Reportedly, the Candle Knight's collection included a limited edition volume signed by Kashimierz's premier poets. Simply the qualification to purchase it costs as much as an average person's entire annual salary. To actually purchase it requires years and years of an ordinary person's entire savings. The Candle Knight's entire bookcase is filled with such exorbitantly expensive limited editions. Such financial assets do not match the Knight's earnings, which is both enviable and eyebrow-raising. Where did the Candle Knight come across such a tremendous sum of money? However, the truth is usually terrible. According to the balance statements published by the Nova Knights, it is not difficult for us to find out that each month's earnings, a considerable amount, always seem to disappear into thin air. Where did this sum of money end up going? If the elegant and graceful lifestyle of the Candle Knight flashes through your head, then the answer should already be clear. According to internal sources, the individuals involved in the accounting have been fired from the Nova nightclub. As for the fate of the Candle Knight, we will continue to report new developments to you. Related articles. The choice of champions. Affordable luxury beverages enjoyed by past major champions. Shocking news. Top Iswaria KC Knight forced to graduate after romance revealed. What does the Candle Knight lust for? A peek behind the blossoms and verses. Carefully curated for you through your browsing interests. Good lord. Sorry, I was hacking idiots to pieces. What were we talking about? Oh my gosh. I think we have a different knight who is the one committing the blackmail here. KGCC, we need to put a crime on Candle Knight, but how do we do it? I know, crime of owning books and being a poet. Oh my gosh. Carefully curated for you through your browsing interests. I talked about Doom so much, even Star and Arknights is getting news stories about books now. I love how that implies that you think that that would be the only book I would have knowledge of. Oh my gosh. Everyone go home. Reading is now banned. Oh my gosh. Crime of being a poet sounds like something Ursus would do. Well, it depends, I guess, on like what the poetry is about, right? Like if the poetry is used to deliver certain messages, I can see it. Of course, as the stars, the knowledge of my books too. Yeah, there's an entire section of the library dedicated to Zangetsu lore. It's the heaviest books. What the heck, Vesta? Stop manifesting things. The forbidden section. It was already a thing. Remember the start of chapter 8? Oh, yeah, okay, fair. Not AK lore from Zangetsu, lore about Zangetsu. Alright. We have Voice of Rosebud 18, okay. Voice of Rosebud number 18. Hopefully Viviana gets a break. Knights Association responds to question on the Radiant Knight's infection.
Misunderstanding! According to news from the Knights Association, 6 years ago, certain members within the association were bribed and had the Radiant Knight falsely labeled as an infected to satisfy private interests, leading to her exile and deportation. The National Council jury has strongly condemned such acts, issuing arrests to the individuals directly involved to bring them to justice, and also holding the people involved in custody. Tomorrow, the Knights Association will hold a press conference to completely dispel the rumor that the Radiant Knight isn't infected, and will clear her name. At the same time, the National Council will use this incident to reaffirm its adherence to the rule of law and to prevent similar incidents from ever happening again, passing a series of regulations on the identification of infected persons and improving existing laws to prevent individuals or groups from exploiting the identification of infected persons for personal gain. So far, the Radiant Knight and the Neural Clan have not responded positively to this matter, but we can't help but offer our heartfelt joy for her. Our champion is not an infected! Related articles. Knight Association new agenda announced. Highness Sylvestris Casey's disbandment tops list. Panhard orders new training base completed. The Blood Knight speaks. This year's title Knight slots filled. Review process likely to be relaxed next year. Carefully curated for you through your browsing interests. Goodness. Look at this gorgeous graphic design work here. Truly incredible, honestly. Good lord, Senketsu. Alright. Hey, graphic design is their passion, fair enough. That graphic design banner is proof that the interns in Terra do not get paid. I mean, honestly, I feel like most people do not get paid. Graphic passion is my design. Oh my gosh. Truly incredible. Incredible work right there. Okay. See if I understand how to do this next part. Let me just take a... hang on a sec. Ah! Hang on a sec. Blah! Alright. Graphic. Give me a sec here. Should be good. Should be good. Oof. Also, hello! For anyone who is new here, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you are enjoying your time. It is good to see you. If you have not yet joined our Discord, definitely consider doing so. I hope that you are enjoying the reading. I hope you are having a good day today. Alright. And thank you, Johnny, for shouting out the Discord. Thank you, thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you, and thank you, Johnny Virgil. If you do join the Discord, make sure that you grab the Stargazer role so that you are able to chat. We have so many people joining who don't grab the Stargazer role, and if you want to, like, chit-chat with the crazy bunnies, that is how you do it. It's our way of preventing malicious actors and stuff. But yeah, it is a very fun place. We'd be happy to have you, and definitely subscribe on YouTube if you haven't yet. I'm new here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. Next up, we have... let's see if I can do this correctly. Because I haven't done this yet before. So we're gonna have to see how this works. We're gonna have to turn... okay. Log, got it. Okay, we'll do... one sec. Sorry, it's been a week. I'm still, like, trying to deal with some stuff.
Okay. Phantom and Shalem devastated to hear that malicious actors are not welcome. I mean, I would hope that they aren't malicious. I don't think that, I think that they would approve of non-malicious actors. Alright. We should be good. We should be fine. We should be fine. Alright. You hope that they're no, I said I hope that they're not don't twist my words. No, I said they would, oh my gosh. I was saying that they would probably approve of bleh. I can't, Your words are twisting themselves. They sure are. I'm saying that I would imagine that they would not want malicious actors either. So that non-malicious actors being welcome is a good thing. Oh my. Hearing you at 2x is real magic? What do you mean by that? Oh. Malicious actors no! Non-malicious! You're doing this on purpose! Streamed. Oh my gosh. I was just acting. I know she's just doing a bit to trick me. I'm so confused right now. Non-malicious actors welcome. Malicious actors not welcome. Malicious actors in chat. Oh my. Alright. Okay. Lots of people acting malicious right now. Me and MG identifies malicious actors. Well, you know, in April, yeah. Oh. In today's episode, stargazers cannot understand the difference between malicious and non-malicious as these words are not in their vocabulary. Oh my gosh. I love how I still read that as a Rosebud article. How do you identify it's one and the same? Oh my god. Beyond good and evil. No, unlike Vesa, I don't have a problem with actors. I like Phantom. Phantom's cool. Phantom's cool, Shalem's cool. They're all good. Phantom's your one exception. Alright. We are going to attempt doing the epilogue thing with the Arknights reader. I've never done that on stream, so we'll see how it goes, okay? Okay. We'll have to change this, mute this one, jump into this one, I think. There we go. Okay. Let's see if this works here. Okay, there we go. Hopefully the audio is working to the best of my ability. It is hard to figure out everything. Okay. Epilogue 1. Escape. Monique. Team 3, follow my lead. Centaria doesn't get to decide where she goes. Stop her at all costs, dead or alive. Roger. And whatever you do, do not let uninvolved parties know what's going on. Execute the plan.
This is the choice you made, Centaria.
If Roy was here, I wouldn't stand the slightest chance. But short one Lazarite, if we're just talking about escape, then I might have a pretty good shot. Who would have ever expected that the platinum of the Armorless Union would one day be hiding in Area Zero that is controlled by the Adeptus Spravedlivi? Looks like break time's over.
Would she really be hiding over here? We've searched everywhere else. True. Light her on your toes, though. Don't alert the patrolling campaign knights. The situation in this place is way too precarious right now. I know.
I'm still pretty far from the nearest port. After crossing the industrial sector from Area Zero, I'll have to decide if I want to take the residential sector or commercial sector to the docks. It's way too far. But if I can at least make it out of the industrial sector, I'll have sort of a fighting chance.
Who's over there? Stop sneaking around and reveal yourself! Lifts short bow. You an infected or something else?
Just a little closer.
Found something? There's something there, right around the corner. I'll cover you. Okay. Look at that. It's Platinum's quiver. She must be around here.
Don't move. Tell me, where's Monique headed? What's she planning? Tell me and I might let you live.
I don't know.
We're both armorless here. You know exactly what those words mean. Maybe you could use some help jogging your memory.
Reporting in. Talk to me. One of our teams was detained by the Adeptus Spravedlivi while searching Area Zero. Detained? They seem to have run into campaign knights during their mission. They were all injured. Should we...
They think we're just in Area Zero to take out the KGCC's dirty laundry. Let them think that. But things aren't so simple. And where's the gathering in Area Zero?
The residential sector.
Good. Notify the hunters in the residential sector to start moving in on the commercial sector.
Reporting in. Talk to me. Platinum has appeared at the specified location.
Get ready to round her up.
Roger.
Team 3 should be enough to catch her, but how much does she know about the way we hunt? If she tries to flee to the main street... It's me. If you have so much free time on your hands, why not come help out?
We all have our own jobs to do, no? I'm a busy man, you know. So, what's the situation?
My team will flush her out, and I will personally finish the job. Clean and quick. Today's a good day to hunt.
Glad to hear it. But just in case, let me remind you once more. The KGCC has realized that they've lost control of Darksteel, but we aren't ready yet. Don't let them catch wind of what side we're on.
I know.
Centaria still holds the platinum seat on the board of directors. Make sure to come up with a good excuse.
Roy.
Don't worry. Just in case, those 3 monogamous bosses of ours will do us a favor.
Almost there. Once I get through the commercial sector, I can get out of Kashimierz.
Drop your weapon, Platinum. Monique promises that as long as you do what we say and head back, the Union is willing to overlook your betrayal.
We're all armorless here. Spare me the horseshit.
Don't even try to resist. You blocked off all the exits and you have nowhere to run. If you know what's good for you, you'll...
Leave the negotiations to the professionals. You bunch. should work on your aim first. As long as I can blend in with the crowd in the commercial sector, then I'll still have a chance. Just a little more.
Some are already moving to guard the exits. In any case, she's still platinum and won't go down without a fight. After her, don't disappoint Monique. Where do you think you're going? Surrender already, Platinum.
Let's try this again. I don't want to end up like the old man, dying in a place like this. At least let me die somewhere I can see the sky.
Do it.
Ha! Down to my last arrow, huh? What young knights need is experience, not the decadence brought by competition knights weaned on the teats of prosperity. Rhodes Island is a trustworthy company. They've won Gravel's loyalty, and there's no reason not to let her go out and see the world. That is what Grand Knight said to my master. Whoa, Gravel! Your impression is pretty dead on, even if you don't change your voice at all. How come you never told me you could do that? The key is to hit all the important points. I wouldn't even call it a skill. It's just that I had to relay messages to my master a lot. This master? Do you mean the Knight Primus of the family that raised you? Yes. Did he agree to let you go? I haven't tried to convince him yet, but I will do it. The last time I brought it up, he got so mad he chased me out of the house. I see. Almost there. Just a bit more. Huh? In a flash, Gravel's blade finds its way to Platinum's neck. The only reason she stays her hand is the total exhaustion of the powerful enemy before her. Killing her couldn't be any easier. Are you okay? Ow! I'm fine, but you're seriously hurt! Trouble seems to have found you, Platinum. None of your business. Ugh. She can't walk straight, but I'm not seeing any open wounds. She just exhausted, or... It's the Armorless Union. They've caught up. Rebel, or are you the traitor? Doctor! You're the doctor from Rhodes Island. Are the outsiders all like you?
Gravel.
I'm here.
We may be in danger as soon as we leave the protection of the Adeptus Spravedlivi.
To be honest, I was hoping to bring this up with you. After all, the enemy operates from the shadows. In Kashimierz, the Armorless Union has countless ways to torment your company.
Right. Hibiscus, tend to her wounds first.
As you wish. Hold on, okay? You listening, Miss Armorless?
Why? I'll explain on the way back. We can talk about your payment later. After her! We mustn't let her get away! Contact Monique! Damn it! Why are you getting in our way?
Who knows? Maybe this is why the Radiant Knight was willing to trust Rhodes Island.
We don't have time to waste on you. That's right. We're short on time. To make matters worse, our activities have been exposed to a campaign night.
Judging by your tone, you plan on killing me?
For some time now, it seems that whenever I try to get some work done, uninvited guests always end up getting in my way.
So sorry about that, Lazarite. I have a request from the doctor. By its nature, that takes priority over work. I can't take you in and fight head-on, but stopping you from landing a clean shot should be no problem for me.
Rhodes Island, huh?
Without the Radiant Knight and those strange sarcasms behind you, don't you think you're overestimating yourself a bit? Even from this distance, I can easily put an arrow through both that doctor of yours and Platinum. Hardly a tall task. Your presumptuousness is about to cost you a lot more lives, Knight. Let's see if you can stop me. Ha! Wait, hold on! Monique! I know! And who gave you permission to order me around? Platinum. We have no more need for a Platinum. Go to hell, along with that meddlesome sarcasm doctor. Damn it! Her pride forbids her from missing again. Monique draws back her longbow. Who dares to harm Rhode Island's medical staff? What? The arrow's steel head corrodes and deteriorates. The shaft gradually softens into a branch with young shoots, falling gently into her hand. The figure in the distance is but a wavering speck, and Monique feels a discomfort spreading throughout her entire body. It is a sense of imminent danger. The small Cabernet takes gentle steps forward, bearing a calm and leisurely casting pose that seems ill-suited to the battlefield. I was just thinking how rarely my line of work brings me back to the landship, and how nice it would be to touch base again. Imagine my surprise when I happened across this lovely scene. Who are you? You aren't privy to that information, Armorless. It's normally against my principles to interfere with matters outside of work. But just now, you seem to have shown clear hostilities against a fleeing member of Rhodes Island. That isn't allowed, Armorless. Huh. Alright. Easy now. Your wounds are deep. Don't worry. Once we get through the commercial sector, we'll be able to see Rhodes Island. Platinum has not slept since she started running 3 days ago. She dared not eat or drink, out of fear that anything she bought might be a trap set by the Armorless Union. Rhodes Island. She turns and casts her gaze backwards. It's the doctor of Rhodes Island, the leader of a foreign organization that always ruins her plans. Her savior. Ironic. She contemplates whether or not she wants to keep up appearances in front of the doctor. She ponders whether or not she wants to ask to be taken away from the Grand Knight territory. She still has not awoken from beneath that escorcilled sky. It would appear that optimism alone is not enough for just 2 to stop a Lazarite.
Really? I think we've already done a pretty good job, given how many we're up against.
That campaign knight is still able to put up a fight after taking such a beating because of your arts, huh? How do you know who I am? Are you from Kashimierz? You ask too many questions, Armorless. Let's try to work things out slowly. If that's what you want, you seem to be more of a medic than that sarcasm. But in other words, you can't hold me off for as long. Since you seem to know so much about the Armorless Union, then you should know that we have something much more terrifying. Please, go on. This knight and I, we're not the kind to kick others when they're down. Right. Fine. Have it your way. Monique? We're pulling out. The campaign knights have noticed the commotion. Don't draw any unnecessary attention. Huh? But our scouts didn't find any knights nearby. Don't make me repeat myself. Yes, of course. All forces, regroup. Consider yourself lucky. Lucky? We make our own luck, Armorless. I'm curious, Moinar. How many years has it been? How many years have you spent
filling the land of Kashimierz like a burden beast. Kirill passed without seeing you change a single thing. How many enemies and opponents have you tormented, giving them no respite even in their nightmares? Even with you doing nothing at all, it took them so long to believe that Waynar Nurl would no longer be a thorn in their side. You were still young back then. You were in your prime. But for Kirill's sake, for the sake of the 2 kids that would come after you, you chose to remain in Kashimierz. After all these years, even I thought you had long given up. But why now? Why did you decide to leave the Grand Knight territory? You don't need to know. You know that the Adeptus Ravid Levi's deepest secrets are still hidden under those gaudy lights, right? Beneath the Grand Knight territory's wall of champions. What did the archivist tell you? No, someone that stubborn would never let anything slip. That means this was the Grand Knight's intention. I'm just enjoying my well-deserved vacation. Then I look forward to you returning to your post after your vacation, Waynar. You don't need to worry about that. I've lived a very long time, Waynar. While I still remember, you ignited the Lithanian conspiracy. Incandescent waves would swallow entire enemy formations. You culled those traitorous knights one by one, like a farmer harvesting wheat. The Radiant Knight's glow is but an empty pallor. What pleases me more is your boundless light, your wrath. And since then, I believed that if I ever saw your radiance once more, I would need to take your life. And you? After over half a century, this is the final destination you would choose for the Armorless Union you crafted with your own hands? I simply made the wisest decision. You should understand my rationale. Oh, or has the Radiant Knight made you believe that the Nurl family can forge a new future? Have you accepted her idealistic, impossible path? You speak of paths and the future. The Nurl Knights have never needed others to judge the directions of their paths. I just didn't believe those girls had the power to stay on that path. Nor did I believe in the companions they found. But that was then. Heh. You have a point. You and the Radiant Knight are of a kind. The only difference is you're more disillusioned than she is. You believe in the country less than she does. That's all. It is a pity. I had thought our disillusionment and wrath were one and the same. You did everything you could to try to integrate into the General Chamber of Commerce. Don't you dare lump me in with you. The time for reminiscing is over. What? It's not enough that the Armorless Union will no longer harm Rhodes Island or the Nurl family? Is that not enough to show my sincerity? It is enough. Otherwise your corpse would already be outside, collecting the sun and rain. You know better than me all the things the Union has done. We've never seen eye to eye, Darksteel. Ah, harsh as ever. Goodbye, Waynar. I hope that your vacation will prove fruitful. Are you feeling any better? Just because the Lazarites went after me does not mean that I've lost my standing in the Union. I might still be answering to the board of directors. You have to know that, but we'll figure it out.
Darn you! After all that trouble we went through, can't you at least show some gratitude like a normal person?
Thank you, Doctor.
Phew. You sure know how to put a girl in a rough spot, Doctor.
Relax, Alec. The treatment works better that way.
Thanks. Gravel, how'd you end up with Instructor Touch? Sheer coincidence. Sorry, but would you mind letting me sit and chat for a bit? Of course. Instructor, if you would like.
No need. I'm just here to report back to Amiya. Good work, you two.
Taking on a Lazarite was no easy task. But this counts as a win, right? You owe me big time.
Let's head back to Rhodes Island.
Seems like you and Platinum have reached an agreement. Enemies one moment, chatting and shaking hands the next moment. That's special. Maybe I should take a break too. What are you plotting now, Armorless?
You're staring at me.
Until you leave Kashimierz. No, until you get away from the doctor. I'll always have my eye on you. After all, you said it yourself. If the Armorless Union was ever to rebel, the KGCC might come to you in private. Don't think you've absolved of your sins just because the doctor saved you. Murderer. Your bloodstained hands will never know trust, Armorless.
Can't argue with that. But don't worry. At least for now, I have to work hard to earn the doctor's trust. If you don't even know the basics, you'll never make it in the Grand Knight territory.
Are you making fun of me?
That's too much effort. Don't sweat it. Are you leaving Kashimierz with Rhodes Island?
What's it to you?
Rough times are ahead of us. This is the first time I've ever been on a land ship like this. That doctor really is strange.
Strange? That's no way to talk about the one who saved your life.
Fair enough. Will we come back here?
Do you want to?
No clue. Never gave it much thought. But for now, I just want to leave. Alright, here we go. Goodness. Alright. How does this style work for you guys? It's a little bit awkward. It's a little bit awkward, but I think it kind of works, more or less. It's, you know, it's what we've got, right? It works. It's okay. It works fine. It's alright, yeah. It's not the most perfect, but it's the best we can go with. Also more fluid than in-game? Well, because we're not tapping through each time. I mean, that's fair. I think most doctors will never see that story. That is true. That is crazy. How do you feel now that you know she joined? I mean... I feel like the way I reacted that one time with her clear was just very much, like... pretty accurate. It's this or a video, so yeah, I don't know if I really wish there was a way that they could have set it up the standard way, but I understand that would be a lot of work. Less visual, more novel. True. I'm not used to that kind of thing. Seems okay. Looks not bad for reading. Still has a sound cues, too. Yeah, that's true. It's not like how I wanted, obviously, go through everything, but for the little parts that we otherwise couldn't get, it is good to have, right? What's her clear line? Her clear line, if you don't clear it perfectly, it says something like, a shame we let a few of them get away, or something like that. I forget what it was exactly. No, I think it's something like, it's a shame that we let some of them live. Right when an infected was running away from an armorless Union. Alright. Okay. So now we have to switch things around a little bit. I'm gonna have to... Alright, bear with me for a quick sec. So I think we're jumping to a record, which is good, and then we can go through this normally. Making sure I'm doing everything in the right order. Okay. What a pity that we left them alive. There you go. Okay, give me a sec real quick. I need to jump out of here, switch things around. Do this real quick. Jump in here. Okay, that's fine. Hang on. Okay, let's see here. We need to swap out... Okay, we need to do this in so many different orders. We need to pause this, minimize this, jump in here, add this back in, and hello, Justice Knight! Alright. Thank you again, Johnny, for the help. It means a lot. Thank you. Alright. Wait, does Justice Knight also have their own story? Alright. Oh, and then I can do this and that. I am getting better at this. Somewhat. Okay. They do? We can't read until after Act 2? Are you kidding me? That's hilarious. I mean, like, I'm sure there's a good reason, but that's kind of funny. I don't know why I find it funny, I just do. Alright, Wildmane. One of the most fun voices to do, by far. I'm sure there's a good reason, yeah. I just think it's funny out of all the Jin joints. Just didn't want to separate the two of them. That's sweet. Alright. Oh. It'll take years until you read the story at this pace. Oh well. I'm enjoying what I am given to work with. I hope that you enjoy the journey. Alright. Aspiration. Which side is the real him? Ivona, what do you fight for? What do I fight for? To become a glorious campaign knight, of course. To take on the strong, protect the weak, and make a name for myself. Upon hearing Ivona's answer, her parents laughed with satisfaction. Her visiting uncle cheerfully patted her head. There's just one last infected to contact on the list? Already? Of course! You know how quick I work. Great. Anybody else you need me to get in touch with? Let me take care of it. Let's see. Nope, we're good for today. After you contact this Mr. Kalish? You can take the rest of the afternoon off. Time off? Nah, I don't need any of that. Ivona, get proper rest. Getting proper rest is important too. Oh my gosh. Wait, is that a campaign night? A campaign night stands before a newsstand not too far away, and Ivona naturally comes to a stop when she sees him. That'll be... not this one. Seeing that he's in a bit of a pinch, she quickly strides forward without a second thought. She wasn't able to personally witness the Silverlance Pegasi entering the city on the night of the power outage, but the flood of news and photos that followed stirred her heart. For her, it was a bolt from the blue that pierced through Kashimierz's neon skyline. Sona, something came up. Talk to you later. But you're supposed to be taking a break. I know! After I get a hold of Mr. Kalish, I'll be sure to do nothing else this afternoon. Okay, see ya! Calm down, Ivona. Calm down. Good day. Do you need some help?
Who are you?
I am... Up close, Ivona can now clearly see the source of the campaign knight's hesitation. 2 lottery tickets. A campaign knight. Gambling. 2 things she never imagined could mix. I'm Ivona Kurakowska, an infected competition knight. Sorry for bothering you. I'll be on my way now. If there's nothing urgent I can help with.
One moment, please. Do you know anything about this type of lotto...
Sorry, I'm not familiar with that stuff. Goodbye.
Alright then.
Why would a dignified campaign knight be buying lotto tickets? Seems kinda sketchy for someone like that. Well, whatever. None of my business. Maybe he was just curious because he'd never seen stuff like that. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Let's see. Mr. Kalish is supposed to live somewhere around here. Mr. Kalish!
Ivona!
The man she was looking for is collapsed in his own doorway, moaning as he clutches the wound on his leg, blood gushing between his fingers. There's nobody nearby to help him, nor does anyone dare step forward to help the injured infected for obvious reasons. Did the Armorless Union do this? Where'd they go? Points towards the depths of the alley. Damn it! Ivona urgently bandages his wound, then tightly grips her lance. I'm gonna go settle the score! As soon as those words leave her mouth, it suddenly dawns on her. Is it really a good idea to leave him alone after he was just attacked? An infected person at that. The old Wildmane Knight would never have considered this. All she'd ever wanted was to charge at her enemy's lance first. But now, things were different. Now she's Wildmane of the Pinus Sylvestris nightclub. But if she let the assassins get away, wouldn't that endanger both herself and Mr. Kalish? Right at that moment, she sees someone pass by the entrance to the alley. Hey, do you hear me? Hello?
Ivona Miss Krukowska, do you need something? This man, who did this to him?
The Armorless Union. I'm about to go teach them a lesson. Can I leave Mr. Kalish to you?
Sure thing. Wait a sec. Is he also infected like you?
So what if he is?
Then I have to be extra careful not to come in contact with his blood, right? Go show those sewage-sucking pests what for. I'll take care of him.
Appreciate it. Take him to a Pinus Sylvestris safe house, please. He knows the way. This card has our nightclub's crest. Show it to the people there, and they'll know what happened. Hold it right there! You've got nowhere to run!
You're pretty quick on your feet, girl.
Why did you attack Mr. Kalish?
First, I don't know either. Second, I know who you are, Wildmane. Seems like you got into a pretty big brawl with my colleagues earlier, but that's none of my business. Also, you ought to get your temper under control, for your own sake. We weren't after that guy's life, yet you've chosen to wade into these murky waters yourself.
Just shut up and face me, asshole!
I'll admit, I'm no match for you, but you were never one of my targets to begin with. You were about to skip town too, so why bring all this extra trouble on yourself?
How'd you know we were leaving?
You are public figures, after all. A good while ago, I even placed a few bets on you. Lost quite a bit of money on that.
Who cares? I'm here because of what you did to Kalish! Even if you're just following orders, does your trigger finger not shake even a little bit when you're indiscriminately pointing your weapon at innocents?
Of course my fingers are shaking. I'm absolutely terrified, young lady. So, would you mind letting me go now?
I'm not after your head. What I want is... an apology! For Mr. Kalish!
If that's the case, I'm not sure what to tell you. All I can say is, you're very fortunate to have met Flametail's crew. If you'd all come together, you might have been able to keep your life. The Armorless Union member's presence diminishes. Ivona's instincts, owned through countless battles, tell her that...
Someone's firing arrows? Where are they hiding? I need to flush them out!
The arrows from the hidden assassins take aim at her vitals, forcing her to constantly dodge. Then, she sees the person she had just cornered take out a bow and aim it squarely between her eyes. Reveal yourselves, you vermin squirming in the shadows!
The campaign knight?
We do not defend Kashimierz to provide a breeding ground for your corruption. The campaign knight. Ivona, don't let them catch you off guard. Monitor any movements in your surroundings. We need to get out of here.
The campaign knight brought Mr. Kalish over, and Rhodes Island's doctor's here too. You're in good hands now. After how hard you've been working, you really deserve that afternoon break.
Phew. Sorry, but what should I call you?
Marshav will do.
Thank you so much, Sir Marsov. I really mean it.
No need to be so polite. I just happened to be passing by while on vacation and decided to lend a hand. Nobody wants to see Armorless Union filth while on their day off, right?
That's for sure. Speaking of, I happen to have the afternoon off. So, why don't we find someplace to have a drink?
A drink?
That's right, I'll foot the bill.
I suppose I can do that.
Alrighty, time to hit the pubs. Okay, gotta say, I was expecting somewhere more crowded. Lively? Why'd you take me to a bar with hardly any people?
I prefer quieter places.
Well, I guess that's fine too. But, man, they got the good stuff here. Cheers!
Cheers. This liquor is quite good.
Arsov, on the night the campaign knights entered Cavalier Elki, I was fighting the Armorless Union and didn't get to see you guys in person. But I kept up with every bit of news after that. It was the coolest thing ever. What Cavalier Elki needs is more people like you. unafraid to tear off the masks off those two-faced backstabbers and stomp them into the ground. You know what those hotshots in the general chamber think of us infected knights?
I'm not sure what you're asking. Aren't you just competition knights who happen to have arypathy?
If normal competition knights are their puppets, we're even less than that. We're nothing but tattered rags to them. Every time something goes wrong with the competitions, they always find a way to blame some unrelated infected knight. And when they want to brag about how well they treat the infected, they shove us all on stage to show off the preferential treatment we get. Just thinking about it makes me feel like my lungs are about to burst.
How could they go and do that?
Take the Armorless Union. Ever since our Pinus Sylvestris nightclub got a little famous, they've been knocking at our door non-stop, just because we don't want to get treated like trash by the GCC. They nearly killed me on the night of the power outage, and my friends weren't any safer.
I've heard no shortage of rumors about the Armorless Union, but this is the first time I've seen them acting so brazenly in Kashimierz.
That's because we're going up against them to help the infected. They've been trying to get rid of us for a long time. But there's no way we're gonna give up. As long as I draw breath, I won't sit back and watch as Kashimierz chews us up and spits us out.
It can't be that bad, can it?
Huh?
The Armorless Union and the GCC might be despicable, but we're talking about Kashimierz as a whole here. At least in the heart of Kashimierz is willing to look after the infected, right? Otherwise, they'd never have agreed to the infected knight system in the first place.
The way you put that almost sounds like... forget it. I don't want to think about this. Drink up, drink up!
Pour me another glass, barkeep. Want it with ice? Maybe seltzer? Give it to me straight. Sure thing. Here, one straight whiskey. That's good stuff.
Let me get the same thing.
Want to add anything?
I also want it straight.
This stuff's quite powerful and undiluted, young lady.
I can handle it.
Alright then, just one moment.
Ugh. Phew, that's some good whiskey. Alright, Marsov, when I ran into you in the streets, I think you were checking out the lottos?
Yeah?
Let me give you a word of advice. That stuff is a bottomless pit. Sona told me before, those tickets are rigged. You only have any real shot of winning the small prizes. Nobody's ever seen the so-called jackpot before. Oh, and some people bet on the matches too. Those are almost always fixed behind the scenes.
That's a load of shit.
Huh?
Last month, my cousin bought a ticket and made a ton of money.
That's the exception that proves the rule.
I also bet on a lot of matches, and I made some serious dosh.
But Sona said the people who give out the tickets have already done the math. You can never make back more money than you spent.
A complete load of crap. My cousin was real sick, and he only survived because of that prize money.
That's just a weird special case.
The hell are you talking about? Sounds like you're asking for a beating. Oh, right. You said you're an infected, didn't you?
Got a problem with that?
Infected scum. You should all get thrown out of Kashimierz so you stop polluting our streets.
Say that again to my face?
What? Is a filthy infected gonna start a scene? Ivona grabs the drunkard by the collar.
Say that again! I dare you!
What are you acting all smug for? Knights these days are a joke. First they let the infected become competition knights, now even the campaign knights are mingling with them. Marsov, who had been seated the entire time, abruptly stands up. Sir, I will be holding you responsible for your slander against the campaign knights. You... whatever.
Sir, I will be holding you responsible for your slander against the campaign knights. Ah. That line was so badass! Looks like you're way better at dealing with assholes like that than I am.
Those sorts of people can't tell chalk from cheese. Once they sober up, they'll remember what fear is.
Anyhow, like I was saying before we were rudely interrupted, you'd better not buy those lotto tickets. It's a scam the GCC came up with to squeeze us of our hard-earned money.
I appreciate the advice. I'll try to avoid them. That said, they aren't entirely bad.
What are you talking about? What good could they possibly serve?
At the very least, they offer a tiny bit of hope to pathetic men like him.
Whoa, that's kinda deep.
Hardly.
Because of that stupid gambling, people have been pushing me to fix my matches ever since I became an infected knight.
You must have been under a lot of pressure.
Maybe, but I've never caved to them even once! Haha! If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. I'm not gonna give up the glory of victory just for a few coins.
Well said. To the glory of victory.
To the glory of victory!
Alright, Ivona. What was your last name again? I seem to vaguely recall hearing of other knights with that name before.
Krakovska. Actually, some of my family also happen to be campaign...
1 second, let me take this call. Arsov, didn't we agree to meet beneath Mieszko HQ? Where'd you go? I had to take care of a little business. What kind of business? Stop making shit up. We all saw you walk into a bar with some competition night-looking chick. Never thought you, of all people, would fall so far. That's not true at all. I'm heading over right now. Don't worry about it. We're already outside the bar.
Your colleague?
Mm-hmm. Marsov stands up stiffly and heads out the door. Against the sunlight, Ivona sees 3 campaign knights waiting for him to leave. Playing the long game, are we, Marsov? Cozying up with a competition knight just to steal a drink? I did nothing of the sort. Stop joking around like that. Get out of here. Can't believe you'd slither into this den of commoners. We'll be lucky if you don't get a stomachache from that competition night liquor. Or don't tell me you've fallen in love with her and plan to... Shut up already! Come on, stop messing with him. He must have had his reasons forcing him to consort with scum like her. The sort that parade around with the title of knight. Isn't that right, Marsov? Marsov turns his head and looks at Ivona with embarrassment. She is still shocked by their remarks and has no time to respond to his pleading eyes. He then turns back around. Stop making crass jokes like that! Ooh, and now he's getting angry. Like hell I know who she is. She just grabbed me and forced me to drink with her. Who'd cozy up to a girl like that, so infatuated with campaign knights but can't even fit in with them? I wouldn't have been drinking in a shithole like this in the first place if you guys hadn't been late. Yeah, right. We saw you happily chatting and laughing with her a moment ago. I was just being polite. Besides, isn't the whole job of a competition night to provide entertainment? Alright. We can talk about this later.
Marsov, why?
Oh? What's this? A card? Ha! Never thought an honest-looking guy like you would have such a salacious move in his playbook. Is this how the two of you plan to secretly stay in touch? Something like the real letters appear where you hold it over a fire? Ridiculous! Ivona sees Marsov throw the card bearing the crest of Pinus Sylvestris onto the ground, before viciously grinding his heel on it several times. I told you I was just having a bit of fun, but you guys won't listen. She's an infected anyway. If she weren't stalking me, I'd never have come to a place like this. Ugh, an infected? Let's find a place that serves some proper wine. The swill in this shop is so vile that no decent person would be able to swallow it. The campaign knights swagger away noisily. Ivona remains frozen in place. The only thing she can think to do is pick up the card from the ground. Gray boot prints are imprinted on its surface, dense and overlapping. So this is a campaign knight? Ivona thinks back to how he had acted from beginning to end. Which one was the real Marsov? He was willing to stand up for the safety of the infected, and even to drink with an infected knight he had only just met. Yet, he also stomped on the card symbolizing her nightclub. He lied that she had stalked him, and belittled the competition knights by saying they were only good for entertainment. This is for you, girl.
An extra large mug of Zarovka vodka. I didn't order this.
This is the finest liquor I serve. It's on the house. Don't worry too much about that guy. The hotshot knights are all like that.
You mean him?
Who else? Seeing you like this? Forget it. I'll pay for your drinks this time.
Why though?
You helped me drive away a mean drunk just now, didn't you? Treat it as a fair payment. So enjoy your drink. After all, wasn't this bar opened specifically for people like us?
Alrighty.
Ugh, you drowned that whole thing in one go?
It'd be an insult if I didn't. After all, I've earned this afternoon off. Still not sure how exactly to spend it, but I can't let it go to waste. Ivona? Didn't we agree you'd take the afternoon off? Why are you back so soon? Yeah. Oh, because you're smashed. Did you hit the bars with that campaign night? I see. Go ahead and take a nap then. Whoa, she's already out cold. She's always had a high alcohol tolerance and only lets herself get drunk when she's in a bad mood. I wonder what happened to get her like this. Ha! What's wrong, Ivona? Justice Knight, assemble! Beep beep. Oh, she was just sleep-talking. The other day, I wanted to paint you sterling silver. Eep. And then change your name to Silverland's Pegasus, Justice and Campaign Knight. Eep, eep, eep. But I changed my mind. From now on, you'll just be Justice Knight, okay? No need to paint, no need for brushes. Beep. Dismissed. Beep, beep. A small card falls out of Ivona's pocket, bearing the crest of the Pinus Sylvestris nightclub, along with a tessellation of boot prints. As Sona comes to cover her with a blanket, the card does not escape her eyes. When she connects the unfamiliar boot prints on the card to the contents of Ivona's sleep-talking, she had a rough idea of how she got drunk like this.
What do I fight for?
Ivona, I want to become a glorious... Ew, that's some good whiskey!
Ivona turns over, stops talking in her sleep, and falls into a deep slumber. Sona sighs, puts away the besmirched card, and slides a fresh, clean one into Ivona's pocket. Oh. Oh my gosh. Poor wild maid. Oh my gosh. I love how she still has such a positive attitude despite everything. Oh. I didn't know this existed. Now that I've seen Starlight Akari Beep compilation, I need it and can't live without it. Oh my gosh. That knight is the grand champion of cowardice. No kidding. Never meet your heroes as always. Mediocre, Marcelf, mediocre. Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh my god. I love her personality though. She's so great. I love the rough and tumble, like, fighty shonen protagonist type of attitude. It just, it makes me happy. She's just like, she's always trying to look on the bright side. In other words, tomboy. I don't drink, but she seems like she'd be fun to hang around. I think it's his friend's fault. There's a reason he had to switch up to still be friends with them. Oh no, I mean, yeah, the peer pressure. He didn't have enough of a spine himself. I clipped the funny drunk sounds and posted it, by the way. Oh my gosh, Vessa. Oh. Yeah, peer pressure, very toxic indeed. Thanks, Vessa, all the chat said. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm not good at, like, faking someone being drunk because I don't drink. So... if he were any bit chivalrous, he would have stood up for her. He ain't a proper knight, period. Oh, I definitely agree, yeah. I absolutely agree. I'm reading Twitch comments as well. Wildmane reminds me of trolls and kids' books in a good way. I can see it. Yeah, it kind of defeats the entire point of, like, a knight specifically. Like, of all the titles. Kinda tarnishes the glorious Silverland CGs, though, don't it? I'd like to think that that's just a really bad group. I would like to think that, like, not all 40 are like that. Were there 41 of them? Not everyone can be Uncle Liam. Yeah, exactly. I would think that that's not all of them. I would think that that's just a bad group. You know, it's like if you have a class of students, right? And you have, like, the kids who are, like, the leader students. It doesn't mean that they're all bad. It just means you've got, like, you know, the group of plastics that you gotta get. Okay, that was not meant to insult, Shevchik. That, I mean, like, the... You know what I meant. Nolan did say in the end the Knights are just as bad as the KGCC. I'd like to think it's not every single one, though. Were they actually Silverlands? It just said they were campaign knights, no. I was getting a little bit confused. It gets a little confusing with all the different directions and titles and things, I think. Alright. Are we going back to this? Okay. Regrettably, she fell asleep before I could explain. You said you were- I checked the messages after. You said you were done. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that's true. I was like, you're like, you were saying that you were confused with the terms, right? And then I messaged you like 4 hours later. I'm like, oh, sorry. Saying he lied, he has never done. Oh my gosh. Alright. What am I? Okay, we've got Wild Mane. Okay, and then we have second epilogue. Okay. Everything is in such an order. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll jump back in here. We'll jump here. Okay. Alright. Epilogue number 2. Choice. Ugh, so we all have to go to that Rhodes Island place for treatment? You don't have to go. You get to go. Just because you're used to living with Eripathy doesn't make it less dangerous. No matter how many things we still have to do, if our bodies fall apart first, what good are all those ideas? Well, you have a point. I sure do. Take care of yourselves. It's been a while since we've gotten any serious Eripathy treatment. We Knights aren't the only ones affected either. There's still so many ordinary workers, farmers, and civilians with us, and we can't force them to suffer through Eripathy. We can't let what happened to Jamie happen to anyone else. Right. Phew. Sona. Oh, Ashley, what's up? We talked to that sarcasmetic, Hibiscus. Rhodes Island has to leave the Grand Knight territory this afternoon. We have a lot of people with us, so we need to get ready ASAP. Alright. Justina and Ivona should be reaching out to the rest of the infected who can still be contacted. The Armorless Union and the General Chamber of Commerce really plan on giving up, huh? If what we learned is true, they should be a bit tied up right now with their own problems. And besides, Rhodes Island is still under the protection of the Adeptus Spravid Levi. And at least for now, they're safe. What you staring at me for? What did Tolan say to you? Huh? Where did that come from all of a sudden? Ever since the two of you went to that village outside the Grand Knight territory, you're like a completely different person. Those villages on the outskirts of the Grand Knight territory were established over the last few years in conjunction with the Cavalierielki Alliance. There shouldn't be anyone out there except a bunch of ordinary farmers. I doubt the bounty hunters have a foothold out there, so he must have had some other purpose. He entrusted us with a single task. Concerning Kashimierz, this country, the infected, and all of us. Why didn't you tell me then?
Honestly, I'm not sure why myself. It's been on my mind this whole time. Thought I'd tell everybody about it once I sorted things through in my own head. Are you mad at me?
Then just come out with it. Isn't that what you once said to me?
You don't even know how fidgety Great Nudie has been the last few days. I keep having to tell her everything's fine.
No one here asks you to carry everything on your own, Sona.
Sorry.
So, what's eating you up?
If what we are going to do next is at odds with the purpose we had when establishing Pinus Sylvestris, what would you do then?
What does that mean?
If we're no longer just fighting against the corrupt knights, against the KGCC, no longer solely fighting for the benefit of the infected, if we have to tolerate the discrimination against the infected, join hands with former enemies, choose our fights carefully, if we have to completely change ourselves, if we had to indefinitely set aside the peaceful lives just in front of our eyes and leap into the fire again, what would you do?
Ugh! What's with all these questions out of the blue? I'm not good with the philosophical stuff. What's the difference?
How would you answer your own questions?
As an infected, as a knight, I believe that we should strive to do more. Although, right now, I don't know. But, as Sona, this isn't how I want to leave you all. Still, I'd rather that than force you down a path you never intended to take. And beyond that, nobody even knows where this path will lead.
Sona. I've seen you lost in thought a whole bunch recently, and it's made all of us uneasy. But I hope you understand one thing. Pinus Sylvestris may be the name of a nightclub, but we all know that even if we're knights, we also aren't really knights. Whether you're coming to us as a knight, as an infected, as a Zalek, or even as just regular old Sona, you can always talk to us.
Ashley.
And you'll get the same answer every time. We're not splitting up. To be honest, after everything we've been through, I didn't think there are any infected in the nightclub who strictly identify as knights. Of course, those who want to leave and pursue an ordinary lifestyle will help them as well. But that isn't the lifestyle for us. Not the four of us.
That's right! If we were as mercenary as those guys, I would have waited all these years for nothing.
What are you waiting for?
For a storm, so I can become the lightning!
If you like lightning that much, you should just paint your armor gold.
Whoa! Great idea!
Now that you've all made your feelings clear, let's focus on the issue in front of us. Let's get the infected over to Rhodes Island. No rest till everyone's on board. We're going to set sail soon.
Flametail! Not everyone made it for the roll call. They must have been captured by patrolling knights. Huh? Didn't they make everyone legal? Why are the knights still arresting people? I don't know. They said they're not releasing anyone without a ransom.
Corrupt nobles in need of some discipline. Sona.
I know. Tell the others to keep the plan and report to Rhodes Island. We need to act fast. Alright. What about you? We're gonna do what we've always done.
Hibiscus, all these people. I knew what was coming, but actually seeing this many at once makes me wonder if we actually have the capacity. It'll be fine. Doctor got some help from Mr. Malkovich. Oh, right, Amia. I heard we were planning to open a new office in the Grand Knight territory? Yes. With how many infected there are, we can't keep them all on Rhodes Island forever. Plus, there are still those infected who we can't take care of, who still need a way out. When the time is right, Pinus Sylvestris will help us establish an office. How nice! They'll even get to see their homes again! Was this that Flametail Knight's idea? Not entirely. The doctor also pitched in. Aw, I really wanted to meet Flametail Knight. I heard she's done so many amazing things. Amiya, do you know why she isn't here yet? Now that you mention it, she was supposed to be here by now.
Amiya, Hibiscus, it's time to go.
Oh, okay.
Shining.
Shining, have you seen those knights from Pinus Sylvestris?
From what the infected knights told me, they stayed behind to help some infected who were being harassed by knight nobles, and were unable to catch up with the rest of the team.
Then we need to go back them up! Until we leave this country's borders, Kashimierz will continue to keep a close eye on us.
Even now, dozens of campaign knights are waiting for our foreign enterprise to leave the Grand Knight territory. But... Sorry, I let my emotions get the better of me, and I got into a fight with that knight noble.
Don't worry about that now. Even if you hadn't overreacted, they would have found some excuse to torment you. Just grit your teeth and run!
Sona, we've got company. Not the knight nobles. It's the Armorless Union. You're tailing us from both sides, up on the roof.
Perfect! I was just about to feel guilty for not leaving them a parting gift.
That makes the two of us.
No, we have to keep moving and get to Rhodes Island as soon as we can. We mustn't cause trouble for them.
Sona.
The Radiant Knight! A pillar of light? That must be Neural, right?
Yes, no doubt about it. None at all.
Shining. Ah! Look at that red-tailed Zalak running towards us! Is that the Pinus Sylvestris nightclub? Huh? Isn't the boarding ramp on this side, though? Sorry I'm late, Miss Amiya! Gangway, we're jumping! Wait, what? Are they actually going to...
We're actually doing this? Whoa! That felt like a real hero's entrance right out of a novel. Piece of cake.
I wouldn't have brought my shield with me if I knew this was going to happen. Sorry for dropping in unannounced.
It's fine.
Long time no see, little knight.
It wasn't that long ago. Sona? In the flesh. How you been, Amiya? Should we get everyone introduced?
Good morning, Mr. Charney. Why the formal wear today? Are you finally heading back to the city? A very distinguished guest will be paying me a visit today. I've waited a long, long time for him. Oh? What kind of guest? Is he also from the city? He's a former colleague. I see. I won't bother you anymore then. Just make sure to fetch the water before the sun goes down. I will. I'm also very curious what he's like now. The last time we met, he was still a helpless little pen pusher. So wishy-washy that he couldn't even speak up for himself. Didn't even have a single decent suit. But now, you've changed so much, Malkovich. Mr. Charney, come in. I know you must have a lot of questions. What? Are you surprised that my house is so run down? The thing that surprises me more is how well you seem to have adapted to this life. I'm sure that one day, the number of people in high positions solely because of their birth will become fewer and fewer. Just look at the tone of your voice now, Malkovich. You're more qualified for your job than I ever could have imagined. Congratulations. Before I found work in the Grand Knight territory, I was just the son of a winery worker. That's quite different from what was on the resume you left in the office. Oh, you even did your homework on me. See, Malkovich, I have a good eye for talent. You are in peril, and you are powerless within the KGCC, but you still managed to track me down and find my home, even after I completely changed my identity. You found me, Malkovich. I can hardly recognize you anymore. If you're going to be uncomfortable, at least try not to show it. It's bad for negotiations. I'm a branded criminal, and you... Well, the fact you've come before me today without a completely new face means that you've risen through the ranks since the end of the Major. Come, let us toast to your promotion. Mr. Charney, your exile was unjust. Oh, you didn't come here just to tell me that. The fact that you know the truth about how I was treated means that the people who told you this truth wanted something from you. If I was in their position, I surely would have wanted Charney dead. I'm not doing that. Why? That goes against my principles. Principles, Do you not realize the person standing before me, speaking so confidently of principles, was a pauper who couldn't even put food on the table just a few months ago? Face it, Malkovich. You've already embraced this society. Sooner or later, you'll join its chosen. Quite a nice aroma to these 2 cups of wine. But I don't think you should have to lose your life. Platinum of the Armorless Union was just as naive and innocent as you, which is why I have my life. Of course, I think she only spared me out of convenience. My family chose not to accompany me to this little village, instead continuing their comfortable lives in the Grand Knight territory. They divided up my assets. The Radiant Knight became the champion, and Charney became a criminal. The infected can never break the shackles of public perception. It proves I never misjudged Kashimierz. It is what it is. Come, Malkovich. This bottle of brandy was given to me by a former employee who I had promoted. He secretly sent someone to deliver this to me after learning that I was still alive. Despite that, though, he still looted my ill-gotten bribes. I had to pretend not to see that the necklace he was wearing came from my collection. And this glass is poisoned. But don't worry, I only just slipped in the drug. As long as you don't drink it, nothing bad will happen. What's the meaning of this? Help yourself to a glass. I'll take the other one. No! This is ridiculous! I'll be taking my leave! Of course you can leave, Malkovich, but the end result will be the same. Oh, and don't try to throw out the wine either. Wine is very precious, but poison is plentiful. Why? Why are you forcing me to do this? I don't understand. We only just met by chance during the Major. Why? Malkovich, have you not really figured it out yet? Cheers, Malkovich, to your continued ascendance, and to my retirement. Cheers. Are you Mr. Charney's guest? Why are you here alone? What happened to him? What does Mr. Charney usually do around here? That's a story to be shared over dinner. The folks from the city sure know their stuff. Most of the time he's helping the other villagers plan their business or teaching the kids how to read and write. What's wrong? Your face is all red. Did I say something to offend you? No, it's nothing. Oh, are you headed back then? Sorry to bother you. I won't give in. I won't become what you said, Mr. Charney. I'll fight to the bitter end. I swear it. Jeez. We pour one for our friend the devil. Oh my gosh. Goodness. A drink for the devils. This is crazy. Goodness. Goodness indeed. That is... Dang, okay. Wow. How many has he done that to on his watch? He seems to know the score. Oof. Barney was maximum disillusioned. Good lord. Alright. Yikes. Yikes indeed. Okay. We will... let's see. How do I want to do this? We'll... jump here. Get... Okay. Just trying to figure out how to do this correctly. Here. Have our background. Okay. So we will pause this. We'll jump back in here. And change the music vibe entirely. We will minimize... Maximize this one, minimize this one. There we go. Okay. Mood shift indeed. Mood shift indeed. Oh my gosh. So much. Trying to make it consistent. Trying to keep that consistency. Oh my. Oh, there's so much going on. Okay. Okay, where am I? Where am I? Alright. Hibiscus's diary. Day 19. After providing 10 days of medical services and onboard treatment for the infected peoples of the Grand Knight territory, the medic team completed its mission and returned to Rhodes Island, ready to roll out the next job. Unfortunately, the Grand Knight territory is way too big and there's no way to fit all the infected on board. But after Neural won the championship, she chose to stay behind to help Rhodes Island establish a Kashimierz branch office. And at the same time, promised to the doctor that she'd do her best to provide a sanctuary for the infected of the Grand Knight territory. Neural said that if Rhodes Island ever called upon her, she'd return, no matter what. But since we're going to be separated for the time being, I can't help but feel a little sad. When we said our goodbyes, I gave her the healthy meal recipe I'd spent so long researching and developing. Hopefully, this little gift will be able to help her ever so slightly. And I sincerely wish Neural luck in her work in Kashimierz. Oh, right. I told Neural about the old man. She said she'll go visit him if she gets the chance. I wonder how he'll react when he sees his idol in person. The Grand Knight territory. How should I put it? Even up until I left, I still didn't fully understand this city. It's very different from any place I've ever been to before. Every 3 years, it merges with 3 other cities to form the supermassive Cavalierelki Alliance. And the primary purpose of this merger is to hold the night competitions. After the merger, the 3 cities combine seamlessly with the capital. Communications, business transactions, and transportation all flow together without obstruction. A feat that would be completely impossible in Victoria. If anyone tried to merge a remote city such as the Toron or Linden with Londinium for even a second, the aristocrats would be furious. In that respect, Kashimierz is truly remarkable. Unfortunately, nothing is fundamentally different about the way the infected are treated.
I snuck off to watch the infected knight competitions. It's a life or death battle with no escape. The audience seemed really happy, but bloodlust in their eyes was a bit scary. When will the infected knights, just like the normal knights, be able to fight fair and square in the arena under the protection of the law? If only one day, the infected and the non-infected could join hands and play together in the park. When that happens, this whole world will be a much more beautiful place. Alas. This is Rhodes Island's vision, and probably Neural's conviction as well. So that's why she chose to stay behind in the Grand Knight territory, to help and protect the infected. If you have a conviction, work to bring it to life.
Goodness. Hibiscus, you sweetheart. Alright. We have a conviction. April Fool's was not long ago. Oh my. Lover perspectives? Yeah, absolutely. I can get that in. Better looking there. Alright. One more little tone shift. Hey, you guys good? One more little tone shift. Okay. Always ready? Not showing the scale of roads in the cities are always so cool. I agree, yeah. Alright. I'm gonna mute this one. I try to do it as quickly and seamlessly as I can, but it's not always easy. Okay. See if this works. Alright. Epilogue number 3. Lawn Road. As I am now, I don't think I have the patience to sit down and read a book. Margaret. Viviana, when did it happen? I don't know. If I had to say, though, it would probably be the moment I charged into the Major without stealing my resolve. You're welcome to stay. I've thought about it before. After all, the Grand Knight territory still has a knight like you. But this is also the choice I've made. Choice? You know, when I decided to draw my sword so that you and the Blood Knight could go on that fantastic adventure, I was actually very excited. Don't go all quiet on me. It's making me embarrassed. It's not the kind of experience you get to have every day. Fighting for others, for a greater ideal, for something that seems unobtainable. Maybe after leaving Lithuanian, I never really lived as a knight. You aren't staying after all? If you leave, it'll be playing right into their hands. Let me put this another way, Margaret. Don't let me stay. Beg me to come back. I'll come back for sure. But for now, I'll follow the Nova nightclub's arrangements and stay for a while in a remote city. It'll be a fresh and exciting adventure. What about the other knights? Your friends? The few that I do have. Aren't they all here already? I'm honored. At least let me see you off. Sure. Having the champions see me off would be a great honor of my own. Oh, right. I forgot about this book when I was packing up. You can have it, though, so that works out nicely. A poetry anthology? Twin Moons and Marigold. I'm not familiar with Lithuanian's literary scene. The wonderful thing about symbolism and metaphors is that you're not forced to come up with a single concrete answer. Just like the Radiant Knight and her deeds. My ride's on its way. Do you see it? Yes.
I wonder if the Grand Knight territory will be different the next time I'm back.
You know as well as I that this country won't change so easily. But at least, I want knights to be called knights once more.
Good. Remember your promise, Margaret.
Sorry to keep you waiting, esteemed Candle Knight. Whenever you're ready. Oh, what a surprise! Good day to you as well, esteemed Radiant Knight.
Hello.
Are we leaving right now?
Yes. You'll be the last passenger. The catastrophe messenger is also ready.
All right. I hope it's a lovely city. Until next time.
See you again, Viviana. She's gone. You're still not coming out? If I remember correctly, you're
General Chamber of Commerce spokesman McKee. But now that the Major is over, I won't have that title for much longer.
Maybe it's time for you to take a stand.
The affairs of Madame Droste and the Nova nightclub have always been my responsibility. I was just carrying out my last assignment. But by the looks of things, I was already too late. What a shame.
I see.
The way Madame Droste was mistreated has everything to do with you. Radiant Knight, we are now enemies, given what you did at the Major.
That's not quite accurate, spokesman. It's just that we're committed to our own beliefs, and fight for our own ideals and justice. That is, assuming the General Chamber still has ideals, and isn't just relying on others to line their pockets.
I didn't expect you to be this sharp-witted.
I'm just stating facts.
Alright then. So this is where the Candle Knight is going to live. Not a bad place. But I'd write her a couple letters if I were you. She might not be as strong as you think.
The city of saplings and artisans, Ognisko.
Oh, right. What business do you have over there?
What business? Huh? Maybe I want to try my hand at poetry. The name of the city is pretty poetic, isn't it?
A bumpkin like me wouldn't dare prattle on in front of someone like you.
You're too modest.
Are you looking forward to the next chapter of your life?
Maybe. It really might make for a nice poem.
What do you want, Pegasus?
I'm not sure if the Knights still remember this, as this isn't something taught in the history books. The so-called Coggan Quest. The true name of the ceremony is the Coggan Quest that crosses the heavens.
What do you know?
When Knights Mora warriors came of age, they would head to a trial site of their choosing, under the watchful eyes of their family and tribe leader. The ancient race's traditions always believed self-reflection to be the ultimate test. Confidence or arrogance, caution or cowardice, all would come to light. Not all Knights Mora tribes had this tradition, though. Only a few examples of similar rituals can be found in historical texts. There is but one exception. One single person spent an entire lifetime completing that Coggan quest, and that person has entered history. Tola. We assumed your grandfather to be deceased, but not only did he survive, he also continued the Knights Mora bloodline.
Pegasus! You...
Anger. Your birthplace is hundreds upon thousands of leagues from the Grand Knight territory. Did you come all this way to become a knight, rampaging your way through the arena, just to vent this anger?
And yet, I still dare not raise my blade against you! Pathetic! Who the hell are you?
Just an old, feeble campaign knight. Put your blade down, young Knights Mora. I wasn't done with my story. That man who did not complete his Coggan quest until he reached death's door, began his journey in the once lush grasslands of eastern Ursus. He stood in the middle of the vast prairies, looking out across the wide land, and made a promise to his tribe and to his brothers and sisters. His Kagan quest would cross the kingdoms of the Hippogriffs and the Pegasi. He would topple the exalted throne of the Gaulish emperor, and tear down Lithuania's 1,000 spires. In the final 10 years of his life, he did indeed complete his Kagan quest as promised. The great Kagan flayed the entire world, burned away the previous epoch, and set his sights on the border of human civilization. Your ancestors accomplished great things. Tola, you are part of the Kagan genealogy, the last descendant, living right before our eyes. Ha! The Keshig's greatest accomplishment was pulling the pedantic wise men like the Pegasi from their thrones. But look at you! Even as they look down on us from high, what have the Pegasi done but watch as those pathetic jesters tore down the era of knights? Take a look at yourself! What about you resembles a knight? What is that slender ceremonial toothpick at your waist going to block? In Kashimierz, I need not draw my blade on anyone. Nice joke! Also, we were not watching idly. We simply did not have the ability to turn back time. I'm not interested in fossils who have lost their will to fight. Out of my way! Then where is the place you plan to begin your trials? That's not for you to know, Pegasus. But you no longer have a leader to answer to, or a family to return to. You have no plans to come back. Volgavida told me everything, Knights Mora. I've watched your matches. I can't stop you from leaving. What? After you've completed your journey, if you still wish to return to Kashimierz, you can become a great knight and step onto the battlefield honorably. People of your kind are rare, and you are an exceptionally rare talent bearing the Kagan's blood. Though that bloodline no longer runs thick, I do believe you'll always be an excellent warrior. You deserve a chance to experience true, glorious combat. So arrogant. You and all the knights I've seen the entire way across Kashimierz have all been the same. Arrogant. Fighting for you, fighting for this eyesore of a country, is supposed to be glorious? I simply do not wish to see such a promising sapling seek out its own death. Ha! My choices are mine alone, Pegasus! Leave! Get out of my way! Leaving this city is only the beginning of my journey! Huh? What? Knight! Why are you here? The Elder never told us we'd get a Grand Knight to visit. I bought a plot of land nearby. Oh, you must be the knight who bought out old Jackie's plot. Ah, a pleasure to meet you. Please forgive me if I guess wrong, but judging by your dusky red armor and your sturdy posture, your title... What was your title again? I'm not a knight anymore. Then, if I could be so bold, might you be... Dikeopolis, the Blood Knight? I was once called that. My god, you really are. All of us are huge fans. Why did you retire all of a sudden? You and the Radiant Knight. If you're out here, you must be in some money trouble, right? I mean, just ask and... No, what am I even saying? I'm so sorry. You're the great champion. Of course you'd have more money than us. Come. I'll show you around. Yes, alright. Look, right here is the biggest shop in the village. The old master's not doing so great these days, and now his daughter's taken over.
Oh? And who might this knight be?
We were just talking about him too. Crazy coincidence, isn't it? He's the one who bought that plot. Take a guess at who he is. No, right now It's the Blood Knight! The champion! The Blood Knight Dickeopolis!
Champion? Is it really him? The Blood Knight is coming to stay with us? The Blood Knight? In the flesh?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I let myself get carried away there. Here, if there's anything you ever need, just let me know, and I'll get it for you. Don't worry about the rest. I mean it, no need to be shy.
In that case, what crops do you have here?
Crops, you say? Normally, we purchase all the seeds we need for the village in bulk. But if you have any special requests, I'll arrange it for you.
Just out of curiosity, do olive trees grow here?
Olive trees? The kind from Minos? Hold on, maybe the village elder will know.
Don't worry, it's not urgent. Just let me know when you find out.
It's no problem at all. I'll be right back!
Oh my, where are my manners? Am I being a bother? Hey, give him some space! He must be tired after coming all the way here from the city. Over here, sir! I'll walk you back! One moment. If you recognize me, then you also should know that I am an infected. An infected? Oh, yes, right. You're an infected knight. You're not afraid of Erebithy? Of course we are. But what of it? Then you all should keep your distance from me. Oh, that's what you meant. Right, you aren't infected after all. I'm sorry, I was way too excited. But still, don't you need people to help you out every now and then? See, farming isn't something you can just jump right into. You don't have any prior experience, right? There are a few students in the village. When I head back, I'll ask them if they know if you can grow olives here. Oh, that's right. About the Erebithy, can they treat Erebithy in the city? Not effectively. That's why I chose the plot of land farthest from the village. If you don't have any particular business with me, it's better to stay away. It's very dangerous. Then, do you think I can get an autograph first? What's your name? Me? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. They all just call me the old dentist. You can call me that too if you'd like. Sure. If there's anything I need help with, I'll be sure to ask. But at least right now, I need to... Sir? Go home first. Need a change of clothes, too. Can't always be walking around in a full suit of armor. Why don't you head back home for now? Right, I should do that. Well, I won't keep you any longer, sir. See you later. Ugh, I really do need to hurry back and grab a change of clothes. Wow, I never expected to actually meet the Blood Knight in person. I can still hardly believe it. But now that I think about it, when did he announce his retirement? And if he even chose to come to a place this far out in the sticks? I wonder if there's some other reason he can't talk about? Another visitor? Since when is our little sleepy village so lively? Maybe living in the big city really isn't all that's chalked up out to be. Hello there! Where are you from? The road ends up ahead! Come this way! Good day to you, mister. Years later, Northern Ursus, border of civilization. 1:43 p.m. Light snow. Why are we still out on patrol on such a cold day? Stop your whining. There's not so much as a village around these parts. Only a Sami observatory a bit further off. Well, it actually belongs to a Colombian. That's strange. I heard, but this is only a rumor, that yesterday, a Sami priest of some sort was in a real hurry to see the boss. A Sami priest? Oh, you must be talking about those snow priests. Why are those terrible things crossing the border all of a sudden? Well, if I know. Well above our pay grade, though. Not something we need to know. Just keep your head down and your eyes fixed on the endless snow in front of you. Each and every day, till your eyes hurt. Fair enough. Wait, slow down! Up ahead. Are you seeing that over there? Is that a horn? Looks like it's been left here for a while, too. I don't see any wheel markings or footsteps. What do we do? Let's head back and report it to the boss. There shouldn't be any man-made objects around here. Can you tell me what this horn might have been used for? Doesn't look like it to be anything Sami, at least. Seems pretty old and worn out. Did you hear that, or am I just imagining things? Huh? Probably just imagining things. Anyway, let's get in touch with the team first. Still got a working connection? 7th Expedition Team. 7th Expedition Team. We've discovered a horn of some sort. Yes, and no other markings nearby. Hold on, it's that sound again. Expedition Team! Expedition Team! We found something else nearby. We'll contact you again in 10 minutes. Hey, look over there! Since when was there a forest that way? Quick, hand me the spyglass! According to the 7th Expedition Team's intel, 2 Ursus patrols found an army at the far northern border. And when they followed the trail of the army, they reportedly heard the sound of war drums and clashing weapons, but could not find traces of any people. The only thing left behind was an abandoned horn, nothing else. The Sami individual denied doing anything, and the Colombian observatory only further corroborated this denial. The snowy land was shining peacefully, as far as the eye could see. There was only a single row of footprints, gradually disappearing into the thick snow, extending past to the far north, beyond the border of civilization. Alright then. That is indeed wild. Mysterious indeed. Good luck, buddy. Alright. Let's pause this. Get back here. Minimize that. Minimize this one too. Alright. And change that. There we go. Oh my! Back to the crazy music indeed, yes. We know what Roy was up to while his sister was hunting platinum. My gosh. Very mysterious indeed. Very, very mysterious indeed. Very bizarre. Oh my gosh. Oh. Alright. Unk story next. Oh my. That will be interesting. That'll be interesting. You said that that's a vignette, right? Your training to be Cal is going nicely? What does that mean? We shall level up the yap powers! Oh no, 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 no. Oh my gosh. After watching the VOD, great job on beating the Blood Knight so quickly, Starlight. That was quick? That's nice of you to
to say. Oh my gosh. Yeah, ability increasing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, quick. Sure. We'll say quick. He watched it at 4 times speed like THLBH. Jono and I just realized there's probably a vignette entry for you to read that ties into this epilogue. What do you mean by that? I mean, the next one with Waynar, right? Or a thing? Only took you like 5 tries? Yes, quick? That's considered quick? There's a vignette story you gotta read that ties to this moment. Oh my gosh! Just came in, but congrats on finishing this. Thank you, Fudgesicle. I appreciate it. Thank you. Different vignette entry ties into this specific thing. Oh, okay. Alright. So I will keep that in mind for next time? Is that basically it? Stars Kanto is the surrendered yappin'. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Is an obscure wanderer going to be in a different stream? I think so. I assume that refers to Waynar. So yes, I believe that's a different stream. We did not realize until you were reading it just now and then made the connection. All good. It's a bit of a detour, we could slide it in. Alright, as long as it doesn't take, like, you know... Well, I mean, honestly, I'm at the mercy of you all, so... Alright. I think I will probably call it there today. We officially say congrats on completing Near Light. Thoughts on one of the most beloved events? I really liked it. I love Neural. It gave me a new appreciation for Viviana, too. I mean, I liked Viviana's design. I already liked Viviana's design. But it gave me a new appreciation for Viviana. It made me really like Neural, who I'd already liked since the very beginning. And it's kind of funny that I kind of ended up with Pinus Sylvestris without meaning to. And I really like Flametail. I do really like Flametail. New appreciation for Gravel. Gravel makes me nervous.
Just supported the presented Fox for 20 and finally able to reach you Starlight Night. You presented us with a fabulous show last time, so I'm proud to present you with a little advance payment on your prize money.
Spokesman Janu, oh my gosh. That is amazing. Spokesman Janu, thank you. I appreciate the coding. Thank you. Oh. Alright. Trust me, it will only get better. I believe you. I did really like Near Light. I thought it was, I think my favorite part of it, I was seeing that scene that just really... We've also prepared a small raffle for your loyal audience. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Janu, for continuing your membership. Thank you. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the gifted, Janu! Thank you. I appreciate it greatly, thank you. Oh my gosh, if you are one of the lucky winners, please make sure to thank Janu. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. That is very kind of you, thank you. Oh gosh. Yes, I'm spokesman Shankry. I saw Johnny and my eyes weren't deceiving me, for he had the talent to be an HR. Therefore, I will drink this poison cup so you may take place. Jeez! Oh my. Oh my gosh. Alright. Thank you for the Discord spam, guys. But yeah, I think, remember we have a Discord. Malicious actors may or may not be welcome. I don't know anymore. If you're new here, please consider joining our Discord. We'd be happy to have you. It is crazy fun bunch of bunnies. It is a very active Discord. If you do join, please make sure to grab the Stargazer role so that you are able to talk, and we'd be happy to have you there. It is a very, very active Discord with a lot of very, very fun people. Very kind people. Crazy, but still very kind. But yeah, favorite part of Near Light was really seeing where that CG that I painted came from, and then seeing that it was genuinely such a sweet moment. That touched me a lot. And then I think that the part where Viviana and Neural are in the arena, I think those were my two favorites. Alright. Shining sitting on the bench and stealing the aura show. That was fun. That was also fun, yes. I love the dance. Oh wait, yeah, they were both technically called dances, weren't they? Did I recognize where Vivi is going? The name sounded familiar. And I remember that we saw her helping Catapult. So was it Ognishko? It sounds familiar, but what was that the tie-in with Catapult? Where Greatmouth Mob is from. Oh, okay. No, I would not have picked that up. It's hard for me to remember everything. Interesting, okay. Vivi is going past you official while she's out with her camera. True. There you go. Alright. With all that being said, our next stream is going to be Monday. I don't know what we're gonna be doing Monday. And then Tuesday? Tuesday! Tuesday is gonna be a very, very, very big Gamba day, I think. If I have the date right. I'm pretty sure I have the date right. I think it's gonna be very, very big Gamba day. And we got, oh my gosh, the dates are gonna be tricky to figure out what to do. But big Gamba day. Scary Gamba day. Very scary Gamba day. So if you are looking forward to seeing Gamba on stream, don't miss the Gamba day. Oh my gosh. I have been saving a lot for this one. This has been the mystery banner for months for me. I have not known what it is for months on end. And I can't play the event that is associated with it. But I am still going to Gamba because, oh my gosh. Alright. With that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. I will work on getting these recaps done. I will have a schedule for you tomorrow. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Wherever you may be in the world or the worlds beyond, have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. Thank you so much, Stargazers. And all the best.